Okay, this is actually very unexpected, but we got more Coro Coro leaks for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, this time giving us information about an exclusive Z move for Lycanroc, and not just Dusk Lycanroc. All of the Lycanroc forms will be able to use this new Z move, so that's actually pretty crazy. We also get more information about how to get Dusk Lycanroc and what it takes for Rockruff to evolve. So we're going to add this information to what we got yesterday off of the Coro Coro leaks. I feel like it's kind of weird. Because Solgaleo Lunala, they've been teasing us since Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon has been announced. We're like, what is this? Is it a fusion? Is it an alternate form? What does it have to do with anything? Well, we got our information like, yeah, it's just Necrozma fusion. So that news kind of blew over, it feels. And someone else wanted me to check this out, kind of showing that the way that it fuses, that Necrozma absorbs Solgaleo and Lunala, and that's why it's a Necrozma form. So maybe that shows what's going on right here. You know, that's the, instead of creating prism beams, it's actually absorbing light, and then it absorbs Solgaleo and Lunala with that. So it might lead to some interesting stuff going on in the game. There's also some gameplay footage that we can see right here, like Necrozma sneaking, well, actually it doesn't look like it's sneaking up, like just Necrozma being in front of them and absorbing them. Like, is this a good thing? Necrozma kind of feels like villainish, you know, if we look at what's going on in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So unless Necrozma is very misunderstood, I don't know how that's going to break down for the story, that like Necrozma just absorbs our Solgaleo and Lunala, and then we have to catch the new Necrozma form or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, it seems like Necrozma is very menacing, very destructive Pokemon. But let's go back to Dusk Lycanroc. So yeah, the next images from Coro Coro have also come, and they've confirmed that Lycanroc gets a special Z move called Radial Edge Storm. I don't know what the English translation is going to be, but that's going to be interesting. Also, I feel with this Z move announcement, we already know everything that's happening in Nintendo Direct. Coro Coro pretty much leaked the full Nintendo Direct to me. I was thinking, alright, so we have Solgaleo Lunala forms, there's going to be something else like a new Z move being announced, and then a new Z move was already announced for this. So if we get any new information from Nintendo Direct, that is going to be absolutely massive. But looks like Coro Coro has a good amount of information. So yeah, which requires Lycanroc to know the move Stone Edge. Secondary effect can eliminate terrain effects. How good is that? Like, you know what would have been much better for Radial Stone Edge, or whatever it's called? Is it called Radial Stone Edge? Edge Storm. That's gonna be, that's so edgy, it's so strange. So what I think would have been better is if it removed all effects. You know, if anything like Stealth Rock, that gets removed. Spikes, terrains, maybe not weather, I think it'd be a little too powerful, but how about terrain and entry hazards? That would have been very necessary, and I also don't see it like being able to remove something like the Trick Room, because this is your Z move. You only get to use it once. So that means if Tapu Koko, well actually, it's a tough call, because I guess if it gets enough damage of a damage boost to one-shot most of the Tapu Pokemon, then I guess it works, because you clear it out, you know, you use that to KO Tapu. Let's say Tapu Koko gets KO'd. Now they can't refresh that terrain, and even if Tapu Koko doesn't get KO'd, now they have to switch out, switch back in to regain the terrain, and then that could be pretty good. So it seems like it has a good effect, but now this is also showing us that the exclusive Z moves, they get to do whatever. Clangorous Soul Blaze, that hits both opponents, and then also boosts all of Kamo's stats by 1. Now, we don't know if this boosts all the stats by 1. Like, if it does that, like, if it removes terrain and boosts all stats by 1, way too broken. We still don't know, so maybe the Nintendo Direct will give us a little bit more information about that. But as it stands, it looks like, hey, wait a second. Is that actually the animation that we see in the trailer? Because it's like on this giant like cliff thing, and then it falls down. That's something interesting to look into. So yeah, like let's just go a little more into the information. I'm getting all kinds of scattered right now, because there's more to break down the Z move than with the Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Solgaleo Lunala announcement thingy. So it also confirms Rockruff that have the ability Own Tempo, which is currently only available from distribution, can evolve into Dusk form between 17 and 1759. So between 5 and 6 p.m. at level 25, only those Rockruff can evolve into Dusk form Lycanroc. Also fully confirms that Shiny Silvally event announced on Monday is obtained by pre-ordering copies of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon in Japan. Alright, so we got a lot to break down right there as well, because Rockruff is a very special Pokemon, because yeah, Own Tempo was confirmed on the special event, and apparently that's all you need. That's not like there's anything else about the Rockruff being event and then using that. Just Own Tempo. But it also has a hidden ability for Steadfast that has Keen Eye or Vital Spirit. So here's the thing. in the future, this seems like a really good method of obtaining Dusk Lycanroc, because one thing is like, okay, with Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, how are we going to get Dusk Lycanroc for the 8th generation, for the Switch version, for any future Pokemon games? How's this going to work? Well, it looks like if there's a way of obtaining Own Tempo either through an in-game event or an outside-of-game event, then that's how you can kind of set up for the Dusk Lycanroc. So it seems to work out pretty well, and maybe there'll be other ways of obtaining Dusk Lycanroc that aren't just an event-only Rockruff in the future. So going back to all this stuff, yeah, there's a lot to break down about these Z moves, and that's why I wanted to bring up this trailer right here, because once again, I really feel like this is Z moves now. That this is for the exclusive Z moves, but in a different way. Like, is that the Z move right there? At first I was wondering, like, is this going to be for the new Z move, because we don't see that aura. You know, when a Pokemon is using a Z move, it has like that Z aura around it. So let me actually check for the Lycanroc Soul Blaze. Wow. I can't believe I actually was not paying attention that much. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. Like, oh, you see the little fire things? You guys know what happens when you use a Z move. That it does that, but once the Lycanroc Soul Blaze, like, what happens? Wait, this is still the Z move animation, but there's no fire stuff going on. I thought it was throughout the entire animation, but I was wrong, which means that from this, that means that these could all be Z moves. I was thinking it was for a different reason, but also maybe to unlock the Pokemon as well. So we have Togedemaru looking fierce, we got Mimikyu doing its thing, and then we also have Dusk Lycanroc taking off. So, or not Dusk Lycanroc, regular Lycanroc taking off. Now here's where I'm interested. Here's what I said in the last couple of videos when I was talking about this idea, but I'm wondering if it's because this is going to be a special encounter. Kind of like how at a certain time you could find Lapras in Gold and Silver version on a certain day. Same with Drifloon in Diamond and Pearl versions. That maybe if you go to a certain spot in a certain day, in a certain location at a certain time or something, then you get an exclusive Pokemon encounter, and that's how you end up obtaining the Z move. We still don't know the method for obtaining the Lycanroc Z Crystal as well as the Komodo Z Crystal, I'm pretty sure. So if it's a special encounter that also kind of replaces Totem Pokemon, that's pretty wild, because now we also have to look at the other things from the gameplay trailers that we've already seen. The trial leaders, they're not there anymore. Kyowe is not at the top of the mountain. So what does that mean for the actual trials? Are they not there anymore? Do we have to battle a trainer, and that's how we get the Z Crystal, and then the Pokemon, like the quote-unquote Totem Pokemon encounters, have been replaced for obtaining the Z Crystals of certain Pokemon? That's how I feel about it right now, and it doesn't even look like a Totem encounter for the most part. Like I said, it just might be a special thing that you defeat and then you get it. So now the question is this what's going on right here? Like, alright, so standing on, like, the top of the mountain. Actually, it looks a bit more intense, but if it howls and then jumps up into the sun to do its, like, crazy Z move, and then it does that, and then it does that, then maybe that's what we actually saw for the exclusive Z move stuff. So maybe that's also what the Nintendo Direct will give us. A little bit more clarification as to what's going on. And then we have the Togedemaru and the Mimikyu. Now, the weird thing is, like, this doesn't look like an attack. This looks more like an encounter that Mimikyu is doing. Like, if this was a Totem Mimikyu, this seems like what the animation for the Totem thing starting would look like. But, I don't know. It doesn't look like swipey or something. Or maybe because, like, Lycanroc Soul Blaze kind of drags on for a while and does all kinds of weirdness. Maybe that's a part of it as well. Who knows? We got some shenanigans going on right there. So yeah, that's something else to add on to it. Maybe we got some extra Pokemon getting the Z Crystals. As it stands right now, you go to the Pokemon website, and we just have a little bit of information. And under new Pokemon, we have Dusk Lycanroc, and we also have Komodo. So we're going to see where this goes. You know, we're going actually, wait a second. Dusk Lycanroc's already here as a new Pokemon, but not even for the Z moves. So then they're probably going to have something like Dawn Lycanroc and Midnight Form Lycanroc as well, talking about the Z Crystals, and then we're going to see how that works for the Nintendo Direct update. Other things going on with Pokemon news. This is Shiny Silver Valley event that was confirmed on Monday that people are already talking about. So yeah, promotional material reveals Shiny Silver Valley event to be held in Japan from next week. So apparently if you pre-order Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, that's how you get the Shiny Silver Valley. And Silver Valley's been getting a lot of traction as well. That Silver Valley was thrown in to Pokemon Shuffle. Now while it doesn't seem like a lot, Silver Valley's also been getting exclusive deck cases, a lot of promotional toys and merchandise, as well as TCG stuff going on. So Silver Valley's getting some weird build-up at the end of Pokemon Sun and Moon, while having an incomplete story as well. So it seems like Silver Valley might get a little bit extra in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, and I think that's kind of what we have right here. So yeah, all three forms of Lycanroc capable of Radial Edge Storm, does damage, eliminates terrain effects, and boom. And then we get the understanding of how the Rockruff works with own tempo. I'm really hung up on this Z Crystal. I don't know why. Like, I want to know what... Oh, dude. That's, like, the coolest looking Z Crystal. Because, like, you have, like, a little wolf face, and then you have, like, the mane, like, the rock mane that all the Lycanroc forms have. That's actually pretty cool looking Z Crystal, so we're going to get more information. I guess we just wait a couple more hours for Nintendo Direct, but these are the leaks as it stands. So there we go. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.